We have a massive Karl-Anthony Towns injury update. During Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Karl-Anthony Towns went down with a serious knee injury. He was on the floor, writhing in pain. And even after the game, he was heavily limping. And recently, the Knicks revealed that the injury was so bad that Karl-Anthony Towns now has to be evaluated. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today and let you know if Karl-Anthony Towns will be available and active for Game 5 for the Knicks. But before we get started, about 52% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. Karl-Anthony Towns injury update. It's bad enough that we dropped Game 4 to the Indiana Pacers. It's bad enough that the Knicks are going back to MSG for Game 5, down 3-1. But now, late during Game 4 last night, we potentially lose one of our all-stars in Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's look at the play again. We can see it. Karl-Anthony Towns looking to try to guard Aaron Nesmith. And then you see Miles Turner. It's not a lot, but it's there. He shoves Karl-Anthony Towns into Aaron Nesmith. They bump knees. They both go down. They both look like they're in a lot of pain. But Aaron Nesmith is able to shake it off. He gets up and he's walking it away. But Karl-Anthony Towns, he is not that lucky. He is on the floor for a very long time, writhing in pain. The New York Knicks don't even get this foul call. They have to challenge the call in order for it to be a foul in the Knicks' favor. And even when they're doing this and Towns is on the bench, he is writhing in pain. And he comes back into the game. I can't believe it, because when he's in the game, he is limping. Clearly not himself. Clearly cannot put weight on that leg, on that knee. He should not be in the game. But credit to him, he finishes the game, but he is limping off the court. It looks like a very serious knee injury. And then after the game, when speaking to the media, Karl-Anthony Towns says the following about his knee injury. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us the following information. According to Karl-Anthony Towns, he was asked about his knee injury and gave the following response. I'm only thinking about the loss. I'm not thinking about that right now. I looked into this a little bit further and got the rest of that quote. It's disappointing when you don't get a win, and we didn't do enough to get the job done tonight. So it's clear. All Karl-Anthony Towns is thinking about right now is the fact that the Knicks lost Game 4. He's not thinking about his knee, not thinking about his thumb, not thinking about any injuries that he's dealing with right now. And while I can understand that, everybody else saw what happened during Game 4, saw that injury, saw him hobbled, writhing in pain, limping after the game. It looked serious. And when speaking to the media, Tom Thibodeau revealed that it was serious, at least serious enough to require an evaluation. Shout out to CBS Sports for giving us this following information. According to them, with New York potentially facing an elimination Game 5 at Madison Square Garden, Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau said that Karl-Anthony Towns will be evaluated to determine his status for Thursday. According to Thibs, he was able to go back into the game, so that's a good sign. We'll see where he is after he gets evaluated. Given these updates, I think we can safely say that injury we saw Karl-Anthony Towns suffer last night during Game 4, it's serious. We don't know how serious yet, but it is serious. But then you see Karl-Anthony Towns and you see his comments. He doesn't care about his injuries. All he cares about is winning for the Knicks. And he's done this before. He suffered another injury beforehand. And even though it looked serious, He played through it. He never made it a thing. He never used it as an excuse. And he wasn't even on the injury report for the next game. And given his comments now, I don't think he's going to be on the injury report for game 5 as well, too. He is going to get evaluated, but I think he's going to do everything in his power to be active and available for New York for game 5. That's just who Karl-Anthony Towns is. That's who he's proven himself to be throughout this postseason. Because every time an injury comes up that you think might take him out of the game, he either tapes it up or he's not on the injury report or he just plays through it because he understands the postseason is where the games matter the most. And if you can go and if you can play through it, then that's what you're going to do. And while I can understand that and I can appreciate that, what type of Karl-Anthony Towns are the Knicks going to get for game 5? Is he going to be 50% healthy, 70% healthy, 75% healthy? Because that's going to matter. His health is either going to help the Knicks or it's going to hurt them. If he is fully healthy or close to fully healthy, Karl-Anthony Towns might have a very good game 5. But if he's dealing with a number of injuries, especially a knee injury, for a player like him who loves to play inside and outside, who loves to fake and drive, who loves to shoot the 3, you need your legs to be able to do that. And if he doesn't have them, or he's operating at 50% because he's dealing with a significant knee injury, and by the way, it looked like it was a very significant knee injury. He was in so much pain, even after it happened, that on the bench, while the Knicks were challenging this call, he had his head in his jersey, and he couldn't even sit up straight. He was lying on the bench. Karl-Anthony Towns is not 100%. He is dealing with a lot of pain. But regardless of that, I cannot see a future where Towns does not suit up and is not available for New York for game 5. He is not going to let the team down, even though, by the way, it would not be letting the team down if you could not play game 5 because your knee was very seriously messed up. And it looks like that's the case for Towns, but he never uses the injuries as an excuse. Not his thumb, not his finger, anything broken. The knee, I don't think it's going to be anything different. That's just who Karl-Anthony Towns is. I just hope it helps the Knicks and doesn't hurt them. Because if the Pacers see Karl-Anthony Towns out there and they know he cannot move right, he cannot move properly, what do you think they're going to do? They're probably going to target him, attack him, make him work, make him run, and make him do things on that knee that he's not supposed to do. If Karl-Anthony Towns is not fully healthy, or he looks severely hobbled out there, or worst case scenario, he cannot play game 5, I don't think the Knicks can beat Indiana for game 5 if Karl-Anthony Towns is not available. He is too important, he is too special, and nobody on this Knicks team can replace what he can do for us. I also want to mention, even though the likelihood of teams coming back from a 3-1 deficit is extremely low, I believe James L. Edwards of The Athletic has the following stat for us. No team has come back from a 3-1 deficit in the Eastern Conference Finals since 1981. Even though that's the case, and even though it seems impossible, impossible does not mean it cannot happen. This Knicks team has shocked the world so many times during this postseason run. You're telling me down 3-1, they can't do it again? If any team was going to be the team since 1981 to come back 3-1 and win the series, to go back to the NBA Finals, it has to be this Knicks team. It has to be this version of the Knicks. It's not done. It's not over. It's not over until the Knicks lose 4 games. And last time I checked, it's 3-1. Beat us 4 times, and then we'll talk about it. But until then, the Knicks are still here. But what about you guys? What do you think about Karl-Anthony Towns and his comments on his knee injury? And what about Tom Thibodeau revealing that Karl-Anthony Towns still needs to be evaluated because of that knee injury that he suffered during Game 4 against the Indiana Pacers? Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.